And game go. Go ahead. That's the wrong one.
After everything else.
All right, let's try that one more time.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This week on Humpcast, Steve Rogers comes in to talk about how fucked up Hollywood is turning out to be. Gal Gadot may not return as Wonder Woman. Metal Gear gets a movie. We get a new Star Wars trilogy after Episode 9, and Kevin Spacey is losing all of his roles. You're listening to Humpcast.
What?
Welcome to Humpcast, everybody. The show where a couple of buds get buzzed, drink buds, and smoke buds. My name's Ryan D.
My name's Garrett A.M. Lee.
And this is Steve Rogers.
E.
What if I just go like Steve E. Rogers?
No, because you have to be old Rogers, comma Steve E. It has to end in that.
And that's not gonna happen.
It has to end in that, bro.
What's up, guys? We're back.
Hey.
And we're also early, so if you're tuning in live,
You mean it by a day?
Yeah. We were pretty late.
I was like, we just started at 9.
oh no, it's
This
the
is
latest.
first time
Fuck,
ever.
this is late as fuck when we're actually recording. But if you're watching us live right now, we are recording on Monday as opposed to Tuesday because both Ryan D and I have shit to do. He's gonna go tell professional jokes, and I'm gonna go be a professional actor.
What are you doing tomorrow?
There's a short film that I got cast in, so
nice.
I'm gonna be filming in not Hollywood, but I think it's Burbank or something.
Yeah, what's it about?
It's artsy fartsy. I'll tell you about it later.
All right.
Cool. And
Sounds
of
gay as
course, well, you know what? Your jokes are gay.
What did you have to do to get that job?
Suck some dick.
Well, there you go. It works, people.
It does. Just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
We are starting off really bad, poorly.
Already we're
especially with the
insensitive.
content that we have later on.
I'll bring it back.
Good. Wonderful.
Yeah, and I'm going to do Levity Live in Oxnard. It's a great comedy club.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's real artsy fartsy.
Yeah.
Sounds. I don't want to perpetuate
Did you have
this.
to suck dick on stage?
What? Yeah.
But most,
just only 2.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's,
You You knock them out real quick for like 10 minutes.
It was just as
You're a
bad.
pro.
You know, it's just
I'm
like
really bad at being in the driver's seat because like I did level tests, and as soon as we started, we're all spiking in the red.
Yeah, that's because nobody talks the way we usually talk.
Yeah, we
Like-
usually get a little more excited.
No, it's gonna be fine because you go. I don't fucking know.
I'll do the things
Yeah.
after.
Just-
I'll do the things. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Can you actually turn my headphones up?
I don't know how to do that. So
I'm
no,
not,
I can't.
I'm not kidding. Like
No,
it was
no.
not a joke.
No, I can't. I don't know.
Okay,
I literally don't know how to do
It's the red
that.
cord on the little blue amplifier.
Ah, gotcha.
So turn my headphones up.
Good.
Hey, I'm serious.
Good.
Hello.
Good.
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
All right.
There we go. Everyone's up. Let's just fucking turn
Yeah,
everyone up.
just turn everybody up.
Why not, bro? Oh, I can hear myself better. I can just turn myself down now,
Yeah,
and it'll be cool.
yes.
All right. No more red. No more in the red, you guys. If you can't tell, I'm in the driver's seat. What up? There was either tomorrow Ricky just record by himself, maybe with Steve, or
I kind of wanted to let that happen.
Okay, so did I.
What, just me and Ricky?
just Ricky and see what he
yeah,
did.
because we didn't really know you were gonna come on until like yesterday or something
Yeah.
like that. And so yeah, it would have just been funny
I
because
wanted to see what he would do.
we told Ricky like a few days ago, like, okay, well, neither of us are gonna be able to make it Tuesday.
Yeah.
Have a show.
Yeah, and we were like, go ahead. We've all done it. I did one by myself. I think I had you and Matt on though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different, and I've done it too. I think it was you and Matt too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know me. Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
that's the B
You,
team.
you guys are you guys are the real MVP.
you guys are the bench warmers.
Yep. Come in when you need me.
Yeah.
There you go. It's perfect. And then it just sucks because Ricky, I guess, had some work shit that he had to do. Couldn't make it tonight.
He's rebooting. He's hacking the mainframe.
He's hacking the mainframe, you guys. He's making sure that you're safe. He's actually fixing all the hacks that everyone else is hacking.
Can you hack that?
I don't know. Just like every episode, we actually start
yeah,
off with
I forgot
some
about this part.
alcoholic beverages of some sort. You guys are drinking the same shit, right? But it is unique in some way. What is it?
This is the Budweiser 1933
Bud.
repeal reserve. You got to let me finish talking.
Oh, I thought you finished. I thought you finished. Never mind.
Repeal Reserve Amber Lager.
Repeal Reserve Amber Lager. That's interesting.
So I think this is what Budweiser was supposed to taste like when they started, and now they're like, hey, we're going to do this recipe again.
Hey.
We're going to do this recipe again and show you what we were supposed to do before it tastes like piss.
So this is the original version of Budweiser in 1933?
1933, yeah.
Damn. Is it so good it makes you say Bud?
Why?
Why'd you miss the S?
Budweiser.
No, because it is That commercial was Bud, Wise, and
I
then
fucked up.
Yeah,
So
you
say
fucked up.
wise.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
said wise.
One of y'all fucked up.
Yeah.
Either way, it's still good. I tasted it. It's actually a lot better than normal Budweiser.
It's-
I would
yeah.
buy this a lot more. If
Remember when Miller had there was like the Miller Black or something like that?
No.
Miller.
Oh, I kind of remember the Miller Black.
Because you got it a lot. You kept getting the cans of it, and then you
No,
were...
those were Fortunes.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
It was a
Oh,
black
okay.
can. I couldn't.
I thought you
remember
meant it
what
was like their original.
I couldn't remember what the fuck it was called.
Yeah, it's their Miller Fortunes,
Fortunes,
and then
yeah.
Bud has Bud Light Platinum, which I used to.
Yeah, but the Miller Fortune was an amber lager too.
But it was I liked it way better, but they stopped it. I guess I
Yeah.
was
That's
like
what
the
I'm
only
saying.
one, that
Like,
liked it.
I don't understand why they keep doing this. I mean, I know this isn't this.
Let's just make
Budweiser-
better beer than we normally make, and then we're
Yeah.
like, no, let's not make it anymore.
Because Coors had that batch 19 a couple years ago that was pretty good.
Yeah.
They just stopped. Like, just keep making good beer and I'll buy it. But
No, they're like, no, we're not gonna. We're gonna remind you that we can make good beer, and then stop.
it's like, no, we're just gonna continue to make piss Bud Light, and you're gonna
I mean,
drink
this is
it.
really, really good. Like, if this is what Budweiser tasted like I would get it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I still get it all the time.
But not just
That's because
it's
it's
a
a
price.
budget,
It's a
yeah.
price
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, no, it's good. And then I am drinking. Well, if you've ever had one of my margaritas, that's what I'm doing. But it's a little bit different. So I'm making a Garrett margarita, but I'm actually using some mango honey that I got from the Renaissance Fair, and I got this chamoy straw thingy from our friend Dustin's wedding. So I was like, I'll fucking put that in there too. So it's a mango chamoy margarita, double technically, but I put it in a big glass.
Yeah.
And that's what we're drinking. What are you guys drinking out there? Yeah, I know some people that fucking drink with us. That's cool.
I don't know.
Shout out to you guys.
I don't know what this means, but my cousin said, hey, Luis here, first time caller. Yeah, random question, but does he or does he not have a broken collarbone? I don't know what that means.
Who?
You?
I don't know. Who's
You're the
talking
only
about?
one. Okay, raise your hand if you've actually had any part of your neck broken.
Well, yeah, me.
That's the
but
only thing I can think of, but it's
I
the
didn't
wrong
break-
bone.
I didn't break my collarbone.
No. So first time caller Luis, the answer to your question is no.
No one has a broken collarbone.
has ever had a broken collarbone. Ryan did break his vertebrae, or I broke his vertebrae, whatever you want to say. But that's what happened.
That was odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm glad we're taking questions from the comment section, you guys. We're doing so well. This is so great.
You know what the fuck I was gonna? What we wanted to get into was we were talking about Stranger Things, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
do that first.
Yeah,
what'd you
fucking
guys-
missed you guys,
let's-
first of all.
try-
Just saying, I don't get to see you guys a lot, especially you.
Yeah. Hardly.
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 How y'all been? And then we can talk about Stranger Things.
Okay. Well, I've been fine.
Yeah.
Are you sick?
I'm still sick.
People are wondering from last week, bro. They knew you were
I'm
sick.
still sick, and last week's show was a great turnout, and
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I got pretty fucked up, and had a good time.
Yeah. I mean, I guess everything's fine with me. I was telling you guys earlier, I lost my outline for
For the script.
Yeah, the 80s wrestling movie I'm writing, which has been devastating. Well, other than that, I mean, everything's good.
Well, I was telling Steve that now that I have my computer, I have like, besides my AIDS laptop, I finally have like a new iMac, and I've been outlining my stand-up, which is like a different approach that I've never done before. I'm like
Yeah.
typing out notes and like fucking just laying it all out and outlining it as much as I can to try and, I don't know, focus in on it a little bit more.
Yeah, make it a little more professional, a little more cleaner.
Ryan doing some clean shit or what?
I'm not clean. I'm just trying to tighten it up. And I was saying, I wanted to see how much material I actually have, like on paper, if I lay it all out. And
Yeah.
see, like,
Oh, your cousin says Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay. Never mind. That's
Yeah,
a different
he's
name.
white.
And also a different name.
Yeah.
go to bed.
Go to bed. Jesus Christ.
Go to bed, dude. You're drunk. Anyway,
We're not drunk enough, and you're too drunk.
yeah. Garrett, I like how you asked the question and then stopped listening.
Yeah.
You know I can multitask,
You asked us
right?
a question and then you
Yeah,
started listening.
I was listening.
Asking.
You lost your thing. You are tightening your shit up and cleaning it up.
Trying to. Oh, I did 2 shows on Saturday, which were pretty dope. I did if you ever been to Sage in Whittier, it's like this nightclub.
Yeah.
And they have like a banquet room that has a stage, and my buddy always does this. Pat Gallegos always does these like fundraisers for local, football teams, baseball teams, whatever.
Yeah.
And for that one, I think it was like a baseball team, and it was a Saturday night, and that place, I swear to God, was packed to the gills, like 100 people, drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
And I ended up having a really good set, which was like kind of hard because everybody's like, and the room's so big, and I'm not, it's if they're getting drunk in the fucking booths in the back, like they're probably not paying attention to me, but they ended up, actually, I ended up doing really well.
Oh, that's good.
But I was like terrified. So I was like, holy
What, is that
shit.
the biggest crowd you've
You're
ever
intimidated
been in front of?
No, I think. Well, I did a sold out show at the Brea Improv. No,
Yeah.
at the Ontario Improv, and I think that seats about 200.
Yeah.
And like that one was crazy because that was the first one. That was the biggest crowd because it's like the stage is so small.
Yeah.
And it's like almost like a mini theater, and like that was my first time ever having to like wait for the waves of laughter.
Yeah, to stop.
But yeah, because it's always like it just travels. You got to you hit your punchline. The front row gets it, and then like the back gets it like like a half second later. But yeah, no, it was just so fucking, I don't know, rowdy. So I had to try and keep control, which a lot of people, it's hard to do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. And then I did the Haha Comedy Club after that, and I was so fucking exhausted, but it was still fun.
Oh, well, who did you do the haha with? Is that when you were with Mike?
No. I went out for Mike Alberici's birthday.
Shout out Mike Alberici.
Shout out, happy
I don't
birthday.
have
Beep,
I don't,
beep,
I
beep.
don't have any of those sounds yet.
But no, that was on Friday night, and then that night ended up being way longer than we had intended it to be.
Oh, yeah.
So I slept all fucking day on Saturday, and then woke up so extra sick because I should have just stayed in on Friday.
Oh, yeah. You've been sick for like a week, man.
I've been sick for like 2 weeks.
You're like, I guess that's what happens when you're just up all the time
Yeah.
and just doing all the alcohol and things.
Yep.
Yeah. You need a day. You need a day off.
I needed a couple days off, which is like these last couple days, but just like today at work. Oh, and then I took some Robitussin to go to sleep last night, and then like I woke up this morning. I think I took too much.
Yeah.
Because this morning I was so groggy and so fucking tired still and
Yeah.
drowsy, and then so Vic, I'm like, you have to drive. I can't keep my fucking eyes open. So then she drove us to work. We carpooled. I fucking passed out in the car. She's like, we're at work. I'm like, fuck, gotta get out. And I have to,
Yeah, it was like, you go in for me.
and then I have to like load up the truck, and so I was just like, I'm just gonna load up the truck and park somewhere and take a nap.
Jesus.
That's what I did.
Hey, Brian, where are you? I'm doing deliveries. Like I'm out in the van.
Hashtag Ryan's dream
I'm
job.
running around.
Ryan literally has his dream job right now.
No, it's really. I mean, it's cool. I just drive around, and then if I feel like it, I can just stop,
Take a
take
nap.
Yeah.
It works.
That's ridiculous.
Shh! Don't tell them.
No, definitely not. I was like, have you told anyone that you have a podcast?
Yeah.
I
a
actually
couple
do-
of the guys do,
yeah.
but that's the thing is like they're so fucking cool. They're like they don't give a fuck. Like I could just and then like I'll clock out for lunch and I'll sit in the truck and I'll just sleep.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, okay, like whatever. Like, that's
Like,
it.
all right, dude.
So
Yeah.
fucking weird. Like, I hesitate to tell anyone I work with that I have a podcast sometimes, just because I'm like, fuck, I can get in trouble sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, for you it's different. I'm not really doing customer service or anything like that. It's like the guys that I work with, like. We're kind of not a part of what everybody else is doing. So it's like we're in our own little department and hub. So it's like
No, but it's kind of like what Garrett was saying, because like that office job I had, I know I would text you about it, and I've tweeted some things about it, like where I was working with some dumb people, and then I'll tweet like dumb shit they say. I'm like, I want you to know have a Twitter. And
I
want you
used to do that when I worked in the
you know.
office too, though.
Yeah. And it's just like, oh my God, you write? Can you like write something? No, I don't want
Yeah.
to. I don't want to write anything for
Yeah.
you. So I understand.
Yeah, once
that.
they found out I started doing stand up at the office, I knew that was when it was time to quit.
Yeah.
Oh, tell us a joke. Tell us a
Yeah.
joke. Be fun. Be funny.
So weird because you're never funny here.
Yeah. It's like 'cause I don't
Is that
fucking
really-
like
did
you
somebody say
people.
Oh,
that?
somebody told me that. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah.
It's like I don't like you people.
Can you give me a beer?
No.
Butt wiper.
There's other stuff. Do you want other stuff?
What do you mean?
Well, I just meant there's Coors, there's Pabst, and there's the Sierra Nevada.
About the Budweiser, give him the man a Budweiser.
Yeah, I just wanted a Budweiser.
Budweiser.
I just want a Bud-
telling you. I don't know if you knew. I was
No,
like,
I know, but I'm pretty sure those are my brothers, and I don't want to drink his beer.
Are these not your brothers? Oh, you brought those in.
I brought
Yeah,
these.
he brought these.
Oh, I thought all of these
Yeah.
were your brothers.
No.
I thought we were just drinking all of his beers. Never mind.
It's not a buffet.
I was like, wow, your brother really brought a whole bunch of different beers. It's like sometimes we'll just show up to the studio, and for those of you that don't know, Ryan's brother also does his podcast out of here.
Shout out Rat
Rat
Talk.
Talk.
Yeah.
So sometimes, and it works the opposite way too. We'll find beer in the fridge, and a lot of times we're cool if we just share.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're not cool about it, but
Yeah, sometimes when there's only 3 left and then they're gone when we come back. It's,
yeah, especially if they're like expensive beers. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the shit?
Yeah, but most of the time that's my fault because I'll come in on his podcast or like,
Just give me Ricky's beer.
and then it'll be like, there's like IPAs in yours. Those yours? Yeah, they're mine. Just give me one.
Ricky comes in, he's like, what the shit?
Yeah. Yeah, that's or like I came here for like a birthday or something. My aunt was having like a party, and then I was like, "Oh, I got beers in the fridge."
Came down here and
Just
took
came
them.
in here.
Perfect. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and just get into the segment portion of the podcast.
I think we should just stick to your segment because it's probably going to branch off into everything else. So
Yeah.
it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter.
Let's do things. That's the wrong button. No, fuck.
Oh, it's Amanda. Amanda said, "Don't drink our beers."
It's too late, Amanda.
We drank all the beers.
It's really just too late. Why is this? There we go. Okay. I know how to do things.
I may have some news for you. Go ahead.
Entertainment news, everybody. This just broke out. I'm not gonna get to this story. I have a question for you. News story that'll make you guys a little bit tingly in the fans. Okay, we need to move on from that. I need to get away from that real quick.
I read somewhere that their periods attract bears.
That was the
Yeah.
thing. Cool. Yay. Sound effects.
Oh wait, we didn't get into Stranger Things. I wanted to say.
Oh yeah, we brought that up and went away. 'cause-
Well, Stranger Things is entertainment news, guys. So let's talk about Stranger Things.
So we all watched Stranger Things, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so no spoilers because some freaks out there haven't probably finished it. But let's talk about
I know
Stranger
it's only
Things
been out for what
season
3 weeks?
2.
Like
Yeah.
if you did it
What
like
up?
if you did it like a normal normal series, I guess like you would only be 5 episodes in right now,
Yeah.
right?
Someone's just commenting random weird. Sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
it's my buddy Josh Nassar. He's a comedian, but he's also
oh yeah, I can tell how funny he is.
he's also
I don't even know this guy. He hates me now.
nah, he's a character,
Oh,
but
man.
he's just fucking with us. But
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
who the fuck is this? Crazy. All right. Yeah. So
see,
Stranger
see, he reacted to our video with an angry face too. But maybe he changed it because you just said that.
Who knows? All right. So yeah, Stranger Things, fucking awesome, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would have been. I thought it would be pretty hard to try to, do. I mean, after season 1, to do something as good or better. I'm sorry, I'm fucking everything up. But no, I was really no. But I mean, I really enjoyed it. Like just the progression, how they progress the story, like all the characters, especially Dustin and 11. Like I enjoyed all of it. I can't say much because we're not supposed to talk about spoilers.
I know.
Yeah,
So that's
I know.
what- that's what
We
was
could
kinda
just
messing me up.
I liked a lot of the shit. I liked the progression because it actually looked like not only physically that these characters, who are the main characters of the kids, grew physically, of course, because they're all fucking going through puberty and
Yeah.
shit. But as characters, they're going through like a bunch of different things. It's really cool. And 11 is a badass. That's all I'll fucking say.
Yeah,
Well, she was a badass in the first one.
But
too.
it's even more. It just continues on.
she's more badass,
More badass.
badder ass or
Badder. She's bitching. You guys.
Oh,
She's bitching.
spoilers, dude.
No, because no one knows what the fuck that means unless you've seen it.
But yeah, I think it was. I mean, it was a great sequel, second season.
yeah.
Got some new characters. We got the little girl from California.
Oh yeah, the
Max.
redhead.
Mad
No,
Max.
Have you? Okay, let me ask you this question. Actually, this is a much better question. Have you seen Beyond Stranger Things?
No.
Yes, I watched a couple episodes and it's very good. It's really cool.
Did you see the episode with the redhead?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, I was like, she's probably one of the better actors in that she's entirely different than her character. Whereas the kids are kind of.
Oh wait,
the
yes,
kids.
yeah. Because she's super like doesn't know any sort of references that any.
Yeah,
of
she's
those
like, I don't know, I didn't get this reference, and
Yeah.
then it's like I didn't know anything about this,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
also not like this.
I did watch that.
Well, she's
yeah.
a kid, and it's a show from.
No,
you know?
I-
But she's very like girly.
Yeah.
But on the contrast, the guy that plays Mike's Finn Wolfhard, he knows so much shit about all of this stuff that like he just came in with all these references, all the knowledge of all
Yeah.
this stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm just saying, like,
And they're all musically inclined, which is like super crazy.
They
too.
were on what's
Yeah.
the James Corden,
James Corden,
and they
yeah.
all
They all-
sang in like a Motown fucking
Oh yeah, they sing
They all did
Jackson,
Jackson
5.
5,
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw that.
yeah. So that's fucking cool. If you haven't finished Stranger Things season 2, get on it. And after that, don't do it. It's so they started a after show, but it's not like normal after shows. I actually thought it was.
Yeah.
But so I held off.
I like that it's not because since it's edited, they'll anything they're referencing, they'll play the clip for you.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Yeah, and I really like that. So this after show is literally because it's Netflix. They expect you to watch all of the season because you
Yeah.
can,
Yeah.
And
and
then
then,
you
watch the
all-
after show.
the after show.
And I'm like, that's genius because there's no way that I would stop watching Stranger Things, especially when there's just a button or just auto plays to the next episode,
Yeah.
and go watch the after show after every episode. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. But then I finished the season, and then it auto played the first episode of Beyond Stranger Things, the after show, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Like the
Wait,
first thing.
so with Beyond Stranger Things, is it just like the cast talking about?
Beyond Stranger Things, you get a host, just like all the other ones.
Yeah.
This guy, I forget his name, but he's a character actor you've seen 1,000 times.
He's the guy that plays not Moby. He's
What,
the,
Jim Rash?
He's
Oh, okay.
He's the dean in fucking
Community.
Yeah.
Community.
Jim Rash, exactly. That's his name.
I loved him in
Oh, you
Sky
said
High.
not Moby. I'm like,
Not Moby.
Not Moby.
Yeah.
He's the
Yeah,
only
he's not,
one, yeah.
he's not
Not
Moby.
Moby.
And he was the principal in Sky High. If you get that reference, good
was
for
he
you.
the principal in Sky High?
Or yeah, he was no, not the principal, the teacher. Or he was an adult who, spoiler for Sky High, turned out to be a villain.
All those Sky High people who have been, had it in their queue for
Are you sure Jim
12
Rash was in
years.
Sky High?
I guarantee you he was. He was the little jester guy. But
all
I
right.
forget what he taught or what it was, but he was a teacher or some adult figure that turned out to be the villain or a villain. I'm sorry. But yeah, so he is the host of the after show, and
Yeah.
then you had a whole bunch of the cast plus the Duffer Brothers plus like a producer director guy.
Okay.
And they all took turns. There was some meshing.
All right,
I
so
forget his name was Jim Rash. Wasn't there a guy on like local radio, terrestrial radio, that was Jim Rash, like a sportscaster back in the day?
I know there's a guy named Steve Nash. That's it.
That's not
Steve Nash?
that's not Rash. That's
Oh, Steve Nash?
yeah, Steve Nash, basketball.
That's who you mean, Steve Nash. Yeah.
No, yeah, because most of the time I'm not really into like the after shows, like the Talking Dead and stuff like that. It's just
I
like,
would get. I
This
will.
one's-
Get,
it's
but
actually
if it's
pretty
more
cool.
like
Talking Dead, I
if
got
it's-
into like the stars. I was like, oh, this person. I want to see this person.
no, I didn't care. Like I like if it's like the cast and like directors and things like that. Like I'll watch that. But
Yeah.
if it's just like some random people coming in, like, oh, we just watched this. Let's talk about what we just saw. It's like, no, fuck you. I don't care about you or your opinion. But
Yeah,
if
and
it's
I
like-
kind of hate Hardwick as a host too. So
Do you?
yeah, you don't like Chris Hardwick at all, do you?
I'm not much. No.
Yeah, no, I noticed that.
No.
I saw you tweet something. I was like, ugh, that's kind of fucking mean.
What? Really?
Yeah, like, because I follow Chris Hardwick, and he tweeted something about like being like someone tweeted something about being sober, you know, and
Oh,
he was,
yeah,
like,
and I
he
put-
was like saying like,
and I
oh, it's a
put-
good thing
and I put
you can
quitter.
get help. Yeah, it was like this whole thing like you can beat this, you can go get help, like all this stuff, like trying to be like good to this guy, like and talk about his own experience.
And
And,
Ryan's
then
like, "Fuck
I
that."
see a reply from Ryan like quitter. I'm like, it's like ugh, like that was
That
was
sounds
mean.
exactly like Ryan.
Fuck. Like,
Someone's trying to do something positive with their life. Ryan's like, fuck that.
yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you. I don't care.
I will actually say this though. This is probably my favorite format for an after show.
Yeah.
Because not only is it well produced, because of the fact that, and I know you can't really do this with right after. Not really. You're not right with the right after after shows like The Talking Dead, etc.
Yeah.
You have those clips like you were talking about. Like, it's just so well put together that it's like, this is exactly what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear how it was for these characters, not just one actor or character,
all
or
of
whatever.
them.
Yeah, like Talking Dead is like, we have one person from the show. No, I want fucking 3, 4, 5 main characters at once telling their experiences, not only about the episode, but behind the scenes. And I love that. They're like, oh yeah, remember doing this and this and this? And what I loved about, it's not really a spoiler, but they were getting about how it was in behind the scenes. Like the Duffer Brothers was like, yeah, we're dealing with a bunch of kids. And so they would be doing kid things. But yeah.
I told you this. I went on an interview for this job. This is related.
Okay.
And they do.
You were auditioning for 11?
No. They do conventions. They do conventions, mostly shows like Supernatural.
Yeah.
And they have a Stranger Things convention they're going to be doing in like Chicago. And they just signed like Millie Bobby Brown, 11. And so I'm in the interview and we're just kind of talking about it. We're talking about the show a little bit. And the guy's like, yeah, we just signed on 11. We just announced that she's going to be there.
Cool.
And I was like, yeah, no, I saw that line. Like, that was great. He's like, yeah, we were trying to get the other kids. He's like, we got 4 other people signed on, and it's kind of weird. He's like, I guess some of the kids all don't get along. But he's like, yeah, I don't know. But we still have like 4 more people that are going to be there. Because like I thought it was weird. Like you only have Millie. And then he's like, yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to get them all together. Some of them don't really like each other.
That's weird. So interesting.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know that. They all seem like when you see them in interviews, they all seem like
of course
hey, we're family. But
I will
that's
say
part of
this
the
though,
business.
I did see one video on Facebook.
Was it with Millie always like
getting kind of
getting close and like
and then
getting shut down by
like
the
Mike,
guy, the guy that plays
Finn?
Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like she like tries to high five him or she'll touch him and he like moves
he's
his
like,
arm.
no, don't want that.
See, there you
No.
go.
Yeah,
Like
don't want
I didn't know that, but
Yeah.
that makes more
And
sense.
it's so funny.
Like she tried to hold his hand or something and he went like
He's like, ew, no.
Bitch, like this is just for the show.
But that's just so funny though. Like, I mean, it's like funny, especially if they were adults, but they're not. They're kids. It kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I've seen other videos like that where it's like, oh, look at this group of people that you know that are famous, but then this one gets excluded.
Yeah.
Doesn't really apply to a lot of our listeners, or even like I never listened to them really. But I remember seeing a video of Fifth Harmony, and a lot of people know Fifth Harmony.
You just lost me.
Yeah. One chick just always got fucking like dissed by all the other
Harmony?
ones. Yeah.
Is that like a
It was
Spice Girls band or something?
It was just a female singing group that I think they got together on X Factor or something like that. And then one of them, like they all hated her, but she was actually known as the best singer. And then like people loved her, and she went off and did her own thing.
Yeah.
And then people loved that too.
Well, she was the Fifth
Sick
Harmony.
reference, bro.
Hey, sick reference.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's
Yeah,
the only
no, I
thing.
know
There's
what
only
you're saying.
supposed to be
I was
four
like,
players.
there was. I was like, I haven't seen many videos like that, but it's
Yeah.
just so funny where it's like, oh, these guys are all, friends. They're best friends. They have
Yeah.
a group together, but no, they all secretly hate this one person, or
Yeah.
none of them get along.
Yeah, that's what like you said. That was shocking when he made that comment. And then now you guys saying that video.
You
I'm
just
like,
shattered everyone's reality. Like,
It shattered- I'm in the middle of a job interview, and he's telling me the Stranger Things kids don't like each other. And it's just like, all right, straight face, don't.
And you have to finish the season 2. You're like, fuck.
No, I'd already finished season 2 at that
okay.
point, but it was still just like, oh, that hurts. But all right,
illusion shattered.
yeah, but I'm still with this job, so like, let's move on.
Yeah, it sucks. But I mean, the you can't tell. Obviously,
No, you can't.
they look great. Oh, there's another one. Fucking more popular. Fucking Fast and Furious.
Oh,
They all hate The Rock.
That's
They
what.
hate the
No.
fucking Rock.
Do they all hate The Rock, or is it Tyrese?
At least Finn and Tyrese have
Have
openly
you
talked
seen-
shit about The Rock.
Have you seen these videos of Tyrese though?
Yeah, he's an
That they're
idiot.
Posting,
He's
online.
an idiot.
He deleted one video I saw real quick on Twitter that
Mm-hmm.
he deleted, where it sounded like he threatened like The Rock's daughters.
What?
Yeah, because he was like crying, and he doesn't have the camera on him, and he was just like, if I can't be happy with my daughters, like Dwayne, you can't be happy with your daughters. And it was just like, yo,
What
that's
does that
some,
even
like,
mean?
fucking-
Yeah.
It sounds like a threat, like because his daughter might get taken away because he spanked his daughter because he's a shit dad. I don't know, but you abuse your kid.
Yeah.
And that's what the whole court thing is about. You did this to yourself. You can't blame other people for your own actions.
Oh, who, Tyrese?
Yeah.
That's why he's crying, because it's like some court thing where he might lose custody
But
of
at
his
the
daughter.
same time, too, he's like, I'm just saying, I'm like, get another paycheck. Like, don't just rely on this one thing.
Yeah.
And I guess you make music too. But
Yeah, make better music and make better movie choices.
or just even get more movies
like if you're just relying on the Fast and the Furious as
franchise.
a franchise.
Whereas on the flip side, The Rock has a fucking new movie every 2 months.
Not only that, like Tyrese was just like, if The Rock is in Fast 9, like I'm not gonna be. I'm like, bro,
Okay.
like that's not a bargaining chip. If it was like Tyrese or The Rock, like bye.
Yeah,
like,
there's I don't know anyone that would be like, oh yeah, no, Tyrese is the best part of Fast and Furious.
Yeah, no, Tyrese is just like the stereotypical black friend that just throws out catchphrases in all his movies.
I will say this.
outside of Baby Boy.
I think of what?
Outside,
What was Baby
Baby
Boy?
boy.
Yeah, you guys never
Sick
seen Baby
reference,
Boy?
bro.
That's a black thing.
Yeah,
guess.
I was like,
I saw.
I was like, I lost you guys at Fifth Harmony.
Yeah.
You lost me at Baby Boy. I don't know what that is.
So
I saw Baby Boy.
Yeah, Baby Boy is a movie with like Tyrese and Snoop Dogg and Vin Rhames back in the day.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever. Oh, and then, whatever. But yeah, like Transformers, he just yelled some shit. Fast and Furious, most of the times I've seen.
Oh shit, he was in
That's right, he was
Transformers.
in
Yeah, he
Transformers.
just
Totally
he
forgot
just
about
yells
that.
some shit, and it's just like,
He's just a black guy that yells.
yeah,
Yeah, it's different.
and it's just like, dude, you're doing it to yourself. That's why I thought it was so weird by him. Like, you're blaming The Rock because a movie got delayed. Like, bro,
Then he said something about like he doesn't care about the fans and it's like all about the money and blah 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 blah. But then he still like flaunts about how much more money he has than The Rock. Like that when they went on this like Twitter battle.
yeah,
It was just
and
so
it's
fucking
like,
weird.
What are you doing? Like, are you still in high school? Like, it was just so.
And then also, he's just like, yeah, using the wrong tactics.
And that the boohoo videos, he had like, come on now, like you're crying like that on social media.
Yeah. And I love how at least classy it seems that The Rock has been. He put one that I loved.
Was that the
It was
one
a-
where he's like big dogs talk?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever? Yeah.
So he was just like, he put one response after the biggest like thing that I guess.
And The Rock could talk shit.
If he wants to, he could totally
he's
talk
the
shit.
best shit talker in the WWE, man.
Yeah.
He actually, I think there was even a video that I don't know if Rock never posted it or it got deleted or he deleted or whatever, but I went on to the Instagram of Tyrese just to see what he posted, and he had one that was The Rock, and I was like, why did you even post this? Because it actually makes much more sense that The Rock is saying he's talking shit about Tyrese's music.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Dog
right.
shit.
Where he walks out, he's like,
Yeah.
yeah. I saw
And
that.
I'm-
Motherfucker.
Yeah, and that's where he goes full WWF like fucking
yeah.
The Rock. He's fucking bullshit. Fuck this. I can't get that like hour back.
But I think that's when they were still kind of cool.
Yeah.
And he was just like, like razzing his friend.
That's why I was like, that's full WWF Rock. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like that was his full thing, but it was funny.
Yeah.
And then, but now The Rock is like, he put up one video where he's like, he said a metaphor basically. He's like, big dogs eat, little crying puppies stay on the porch,
Yeah.
and that was it. And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a full summarization of how that fucking works, dude. Tyrese is dumb, but yeah, it's so weird when like these families don't get along in real life.
I don't. I mean, with some like the Stranger Things kids, it was like, all right, that was more shocking. But at the end of the day, like, let's break down the Hollywood glamour and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
How many people that you work with do you actually get along
Yeah,
with?
you fucking
Exactly. There's at least
You
that
know?
one person you're like, dude, fuck that person.
Yeah, we got to work. We got to work together because we got to get this shit done. We got to deal with these
Yeah.
fucking asshole customers. Like, let's get it done. But when you clock out, you ever think about texting that motherfucker, hanging
No.
out? It's like, nah, fuck out of my
just
face.
like, yeah,
Like, I'm
fuck
out
that
of here.
guy.
And so I guess it's kind of the same thing. Like, and I mean, I could see it being a lot of jealousy. I mean, what? I mean, obviously we just talked about Tyrese. Like, what is he doing? Not much. What is Vin Diesel doing outside of?
Literally, when you say Vin Diesel, if I don't think about the Fast and Furious franchise, I think about the pacifier.
Okay, yeah. See,
Yeah, it was a it was
shitty
and
Disney
it was
movie
a
back
really
in
long
the
ago.
day.
Huh?
I know that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
that's
I
funny
know
that that's what you think of.
I know that he's like Triple X. That's another thing, but
Yeah.
that wasn't the first thing that
And
popped in
so
my head.
now you got The Rock coming into your
I think the
franchise.
Iron Giant.
Iron
Oh,
Giant.
yeah.
That was actually it went Fast and Furious, the pacifier, Iron Giant.
That's his best work.
Oh, Iron
Triple X.
Giant. I think Groot, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Oh
Groot.
fuck! I forgot. I'm looking right at him. I
Yeah.
don't even know. I forgot about that.
But I could see it being a lot of jealousy. I mean, this was a franchise that you guys had
Yeah.
for a while. Then you bring in The Rock, supposed to be part of this family, and this is like kind of what you guys your main thing that you guys are doing. The Rock's doing fucking Jumanji. He's getting his own Fast and the Furious spinoff movie, which is delaying your guys' movie. He's doing all these big things. Like everybody, who the fuck doesn't like The Rock? Like everyone loves The Rock, and he's doing all these big things, slowing your shit down. So I could see kind of like a little bit of justice. Like, man, fuck this nigga. He just come in here and take my shit. Like, no, like I can see that. But whatever. Like, if they want to get mad, I can definitely see Universal just saying bye to them and like, hey, Rock, we'll get you somebody else. We'll bring Kevin Hart into the fucking Fast franchise, and they'll find a way to make it work.
I swear, I think that they could recreate a new crew with The Rock as the lead.
Oh yeah.
And then it completely replace all. I mean, I'm not talking shit about like all the other cast members. I'm saying if they have to, they could really just replace all of them now.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't want them to. At least like I actually like everyone else except like Tyrese and Vin Diesel are pissing me off with right now.
Yeah,
but fucking Michelle Rodriguez, Ludacris is fine. I don't think Ludacris has put his hat in the ring at all. Like, right?
Hell no. Just keep him out. Like, I'm gonna stay out of this. I'm gonna cash my check.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead and worry about you. Like, I'm just.
And then besides them, like you have
he had such a small part in like in those first couple movies too.
I like him more than Tyrese
like,
in the movies.
All of a sudden, like, yeah, that was a weird thing too. Is all of a sudden they brought Ludacris back, and I was like, wasn't he just like that one guy?
He was the mechanic in the second one.
I know. And they're like, let's just make it so that he's super like techie.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. But that's the exact same thing. Is they didn't have shit until they re-energized the franchise with The Rock. Then they changed all the previous characters to be superheroes, essentially.
Yeah.
Before they were actually pretty grounded, whatever, real life characters, even though they were doing ridiculous stunts. But they were
weren't
real
even doing
people.
that ridiculous stuff. Like,
No, it was just
It
racing.
was racing and driving.
Racing.
Now it's just
craziest
like
thing that happened-
superhero level shit.
Yeah.
craziest thing. That's why I had to tap out, dude. Like, because I watched. Okay, I was like super stoked when it came back.
Yeah.
I remember liking the first two. The second one was like a little silly.
You didn't like Tokyo Drift?
I didn't watch Tokyo Drift.
Okay.
I actually, I like what they do in Tokyo Drift, but I don't like any of the acting.
Yeah,
Especially since like
I had no intention to see it at all. So it's just that's why when that Asian dude was.
See, here's the thing. I really want to push for Asian actors because there are great Asian actors, and
absolutely.
And of course, I'm half Asian.
We see like two. We see what John Cho and homeboy from. He played Kim Jong Un in that.
Yeah, the guy from. Fresh off the boat.
I love it because one of the first times that I ever saw
Asian
him, he was in The Office, and I was like,
"That's right,
hilarious."
Yeah, he played like
That's
not
right.
Jim.
He was
not Jim.
Asian Jim.
He was Asian Jim. But yeah, like Tokyo Drift, like all those Asian actors, I'm like, God, you're just playing the worst villain I've ever seen in my life. Except for the old dude who was the Yakuza.
Yeah,
he was good, but he was I think he was a Tori Hanzo in Kill Bill. That was the only reputable because he's an older Asian actor. But all of the younger, I mean, I guess everyone kind of sucked, but across the board. But it sucked for Asian actors because it was like you're playing the worst. I'm grinning, and I'm being buff, and now I'm menacing.
Yeah.
That was the entire thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh God.
What about in the first movie, the first fucking Fast and Furious? They had a bunch of young Asian actors.
Oh, that's. You know what's funny? I keep forgetting
I haven't
that
watched the first one in so
no,
long.
I remember though. Then they were
ended up, like,
they
shooting
were a
up
rival
their-
gang.
yeah, they were like a rival
motorcycle
gang.
gang.
Oh
Like,
shit,
yeah.
that's right. That's right.
But I think that they didn't have much to act on. It was really just they were there to just shoot things up and be a problem. Versus the whole story was about Paul Walker and
Kiss
Vin
my
Diesel.
shoes. Remember?
No, I don't even. I could not tell you a single line any of the Asian actors in the first one said.
The first movie,
but I know that they're there.
The first movie is the best one out of this whole franchise. Let's
You mean
be
Point
real.
Break again?
It's awesome.
Point Break one more again.
But yeah, I mean, those are good. I will say that I haven't really I've watched like 6, I think, or whatever, 7, just like in passing. Like it's on TV, like it's on HBO. I'm just like, oh, it's on, but I'm on my phone, not really paying attention. They never really.
All right, let me ask you this:
Got me.
you get your choice of any, and you have to. So you get your choice of any of the Fast and Furious movies to only watch, and you don't see any of the other ones again. Watch one more, and you can watch it as many times as you want, or one, and you can do it as many times as you want, but you can't watch any of the other ones. Which one do you pick?
First one.
First one.
Yeah.
First one. I actually kind of like the second one a little bit more.
Oh, Tyrese and Paul Walker and no Vin Diesel.
Yeah. I had so much more fun because it was just.
My pockets ain't empty, cuz. Like, no.
So stupid.
Yeah, it
I
was.
mean, that one was like ridiculous. That's where it took the turn for the worse. Because then, I mean, the craziest stunt they did was they jumped a car onto a boat. Like that was it.
You know it's a bad movie when Ja Rule didn't even want to come back to be in the sequel.
Was he in that?
He was.
Shit.
Ja Rule was in the first one.
Was he?
Yeah, but he had a really small.
Yeah.
Wait, Ja Rule was in the first one?
Yeah, he was one of the street racers in the beginning. He was like, "No, Monica."
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was fucking Ja Rule.
Monica.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's funny.
The
Yeah.
Asian guys were playing Super Nintendo in their their Nintendo 64 in their little rice rockets.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
man.
think I've ever rewatched any Fast and Furious movie except for any of the first three. I honestly can't remember seeing again the other ones.
Well, then so then after Tokyo Drift, there was a real long stretch before they came out with Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
which
which
like
is where The
whole
Rock came in.
That was like no, it wasn't.
No,
he
The
didn't
Rock
come into
came
that
in
one.
Fast
Oh,
and
that's
Furious.
five. That's
He
five.
didn't
Yeah.
come in until 5. So like there was 2 movies without him. Jason Statham came in, I think.
Later.
No, they did not have. They had the other guy before.
Wasn't Jason Statham like after 6 or something?
Jason Statham was after the other guy that played Dracula Untold.
Fucking no, dude. I tried watching these movies, and then I got to I think I got to 5, and I was like, fuck the rest of these. I'm done.
Yeah. Fuck it.
How did we get on this?
I don't know.
We were talking about these like tight knit casts that play like these tight families on screen.
Oh, that's right. They all hate each other now.
Like The
And
Rock.
it's so weird too because just today I watched a top 10 list of actors who try to get their coworkers fired, and it's like just them hating that someone they work with that much that they're like, hey, director or whoever's in charge, you gotta get these guys out or this person out. It's him or me.
I love those juicy stories though, dude.
Yeah.
That shit, I love that shit. I always want to hear about
What, the behind the scenes
yeah,
stuff?
Yeah.
Oh,
stuff.
absolutely.
Yeah, like they
like Shia LaBeouf got fired by Alec Baldwin. Like Alec Baldwin is like, I'm gonna quit or you fire him.
From what?
from what?
It was a play, but it was like they worked together, and
man.
Alec Baldwin's like, fucking hate this
Actual
kid.
cannibal
Or like-
Shia LaBeouf.
Or like you know, like in Batman Forever, Tommy Lee Jones fucking hated Jim Carrey.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he said something about like I don't have time for your fucking shenanigans or some shit like that. Like he told him that
When they're at dinner or some
Yeah,
shit. Yeah, they
yeah.
weren't even on set.
yeah. And he said something like he hated his hijinks or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah. John Stamos actually legitimately got the Olsen twins fired in the original first season. They recast the Olsen twins because John Stamos was like, I fucking hate these kids. They cry so much.
How the fuck do you get like 2-year-olds fired?
Yeah, but he did. And then they recast the roles, but then something didn't work out, and then they brought him back. Like, he legitimately got the Olsen twins fired as babies.
It just makes you an asshole. Like,
what a piece of shit.
yeah, there's no way you can justify that. Like, you got
He's like, fuck these babies.
2-year-olds fired.
He's like, I can't work with these goddamn babies. And then it panned they're actual babies. Like, John, they're actual babies.
Yeah, like,
I don't fucking care.
Like, what do you want them to do? Like, that's insane to me.
All right, beer
All right.
me, and then get it.
All right, we're gonna beer break, and then we're going into it.
Oh man.
Everyone, be quiet for a second. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
What? All right, don't do the awkward thing. All right, guys, let's get into the stories, which, I mean, we're just going to talk about a whole bunch of this stuff, too. That was entertainment, so it was technically part of the segment. We're going to slide by this because I know you guys don't really have much to say about it, except for Metal Gear Solid is getting a movie, and it will be penned by the Jurassic World screenwriter Derek Connolly.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
No.
So you guys have played Metal Gear Solid, right?
Yep.
How far did how many games have you played in the franchise? There's a ton of them now.
Fuck. I only played like PlayStation 1 Metal Gear.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. I think around the
PS1,
same.
like the first.
I think I played Metal
PlayStation.
Gear Solid 5, like on the PS3.
Really?
Before,
I'm
whichever one
with
was
Ryan.
it.
I've only played the first one, and I've seen my brother
It
play
was
the other
dope.
ones.
I used to watch Ricky play it all the time.
I mean, I used to be Solid Snake and Smash Brothers all the time. Does that
Yeah.
count?
No.
I still play the song in my head whenever, like, I don't know, like I just hear that sound like
No.
that song.
But video game movies.
It's from the first one. You should know that one.
That's the song where like people are like.
yeah, like what they do the
Yeah.
escalation point because you got
Yeah,
found
yeah,
out, and then you got to
yeah.
like your radar goes. It's like that's just the funniest thing. Your radar is based on if someone sees you.
Yeah.
It's like now you can't see the map.
Yeah.
But like video game movies, just aren't good.
Yeah, and that's the shitty part.
You
Is
kidding me, dude? Super Mario Brothers, Mortal Kombat, fucking Double Dragon.
let me ask you this.
Exactly.
All right, think. We all know that so far,
Prince of Persia.
video game movies have sucked.
I didn't even
Blood
try. I
Rain.
didn't even try that.
What
one.
is your favorite video game movie?
I guess the first Resident Evil movie.
That's a good question. I think the Super Mario Brothers movie.
The one with
I
John Leguizamo.
love that movie.
I loved it too when I was a kid. I had the VHS. I used to watch it all the time. Know what?
I haven't
fucking-
seen it recently, but I'm
about
with
that
Ryan.
goddamn movie. So I have the original box set of the Star Wars trilogy with the THX
Yeah,
before
yeah,
all
yeah.
the extra shit.
Yeah.
And I just haven't watched it for years. I'm like, man, I want to try to figure out how to turn this digital. So I was just pulling out the VHSs and looking at them. Oh, pulled out Empire. Empire's gone. It was the fucking Super Mario Brothers tape in the fucking Empire Strikes Back. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. How fucking dope would it be if you like played that movie and then it actually lined up to Return of the Jedi?
Oh God. What?
like if you played them in sequential order, like the plot line would
Which is
actually
the same.
would be the
Just
same.
a
That would
different
be
world.
crazy.
It'd be
But-
hilarious. This is Empire Strikes Back. You play that for somebody. It's fucking Super Mario. or imagine you play that for somebody and tell them it's Empire Strikes Back, and for their whole life they think Empire Strikes Back has fucking
It took a turn.
has Bob Costas and fucking.
It makes no
John
sense with the
Leguizamo.
Bob
plot.
Hoskins.
Well, yeah, Bob Hoskins. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say Mortal Kombat's my favorite, but I also really like.
I
Super
think
Mario
Mortal
Brothers.
Kombat might be the better one.
The first one, not the second one. No, Annihilation's like dick.
Annihilation's fucking horrible.
I
Yeah.
will say, Mortal Kombat gave you the best movie song, I guess.
Yeah, it's still on my iPod. I play it when I
Yeah.
drive sometimes.
Other than that, like no. Street Fighter with Jean-Claude
Street
Van
Fighter
Damme.
with I'm going to kick his ass.
But yeah, no, it's probably gonna be horse shit.
I'm really hoping for the best. Sooner or later, I mean, I'm hoping sooner, they're gonna make a good video game movie. But you know, I had high hopes for Assassin's Creed, and then I saw that shit, and it was shit.
It was
Yeah.
dog shit. I heard it was so bad. I heard it was
Yeah.
so bad I just didn't even bother.
Well, I
It
may
showed so
have
much
seen it for free some
shitty
way,
stuff.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But fuck, what else? What
Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal.
I've seen it once. I don't remember any of it except the slow motion.
I never played
action.
that game though.
Tomb Raider was not bad for its day.
Tomb Raider was okay, but
okay.
that's another one that like they could have done. They could have.
Oh, I totally forgot. They have a new Tomb Raider
They have a
movie
new one
coming out with
coming out,
Alicia Vikander.
Oh yeah.
Or Alicia Vikander. I don't know, whatever. But
first
that looks
Resident Evil
that looks like
was
a
cool.
straight up adaptation to the new line of video games that they're doing for Tomb Raider. Like not the old school PS
Yeah.
video, which is very much the Angelina Jolie ones.
I mean, do you want to say that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a
No, because it didn't
That was a
start.
comic book.
Yeah,
so okay?
that's a comic
Yeah, that was
movie.
a comic book movie.
Yeah, but
We're not counting movies that became video games or movies that are about video games that weren't like a lot of people are like Wreck-It Ralph. I'm like, bro, that didn't start as a video game.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
it has you are in a video game in the movie. We're talking about something that started as a video game property and then became a movie.
what about Speed Racer?
That was.
I've never
that was
seen
a
it.
manga. That started out as like a manga. It was a show in like the '60s.
Oh,
Yeah,
And also, I've never seen it.
it's actually pretty good. I like it.
I never saw it either.
No, you guys should watch it. I really like it.
It's a Wachowski movie, right? And
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
part of when they were doing good movies still.
Yeah, I know a lot of people didn't like it because I guess they expected it to be more.
Well, we all
adult.
know women can't be directors, so that's what.
Not gonna does that one. That's wrong.
I feel like if any of us are gonna be like later on in life called on any of the shit that we say on this podcast, it's Ryan.
10 years. No, because I've said some shit on here as jokes that people would fucking flip out.
Ah, come on, that was a joke. You
Yeah,
know,
I know it was a joke, but I'm saying like 10 years from now, if we like made it and someone goes back cataloging all the
Ryan's
things.
an asshole.
Remember when you said because of the Wachowski?
Remember
brothers-
when you referred to the Middle East as dirt countries? God, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Unless you just make a career out of it and then you're kind of exempt, like we were talking about Howard
Norton?
Stern.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's Howard Stern.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
I mean, that's the goal.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Like I went on Howard Stern and he started talking about tits. Like, well,
Yeah.
it's Howard Stern.
Yeah.
He made sexual comments to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, did you voluntarily go on his show? Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's kind of like
That's not consent to touch you, but
Yeah,
it's,
he-
it's,
yeah,
it's,
he-
it's
he-
consent to him to say shit.
Well, I guess that's a good segue to talk about what the fuck has been going on in Hollywood, right?
Yeah, I mean, actually, all the other stories except for the Star Wars one is about it. So let's sandwich it because I don't want to end on that note. So right now, you guys, also listening and watching, Hollywood is just exploding with sexual assault allegation.
Oh,
What?
exploding with jizz.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear. I heard she is, and I'm like, are you just trying to get like?
Oh no. No jizz though.
Yes, jizz. That's fine. Hollywood is exploding with sexual assault allegations. Some have been not justified. Some have been verified, like confirmed.
Yeah.
And some are just allegations.
Some are
regardless.
Some are justified. I'm just kidding.
God damn it, dude! You were gonna get so much shit.
Kidding.
And it's just like I feel like every day there's more and more that I can't keep up. Like I feel like it started for the most part with Harvey Weinstein. Then it just snowballed. And I'm not saying this is a bad thing at all. I'm just saying this is what it is. It started one, then another, and then another, and then it's like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, it's just like everybody's got the fucking red flag, or the flag to just go ahead and.
Yeah, but I mean it's a good thing because it's opening. I mean,
no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's because it's like no one gains anything by saying I was sexually assaulted. So they're hiding, they're hiding, or they have been hiding because there's a fear. There's always a fear that if I say something, people are like, whoever did it has power. They're like, no, they're a liar. Fuck them, blacklist, like get them out of here.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing, like with everything that's been going on, is because Hollywood and entertainment is such a small business, and everybody knows everybody. That if you blow the whistle on someone over here at Fox, and you quit and you leave, what are the chances you're going to get hired at another studio? They all know each other. Like, no, she blew the whistle on this one, kind of fucked up our money. Mm-hmm. Like, all right, you could just be that person. We're just not going to work with you anymore.
And that's the thing, is everyone thought it was just them type of thing. Like, they're like, if I say it, no one will believe me, and I'll just get like fucked.
Yeah, and it's just like, do I want to lose my career? And even other people who've known about it, like, do I really want to throw away my career, or do I just not say anything and continue to do what I love? And it's such a shitty situation to put people in. That's why I hate, like, especially when the Louis C.K. thing came out. And I remember on Twitter, like, it started trending, like Pamela Alden, who's worked with him a lot, and all these people were saying, like, why hasn't she said anything? Like, why hasn't she spoken out? Like,
first of all, I hate all of these comments. So whenever I read a story like this usually on Facebook, I will click the comment section to see what the top comments are, and I'm usually extremely disgusted because most of them are like that, where it's like, oh, she's just, or he or she just coming out because it's trying to get on the bandwagon or whatever. Like,
no, not
where
even
have
bandwagon.
they been? Where have they been? They're just coming out now trying to ruin this person's life. I'm like, shut the fuck up. There's no reason for her or him to come out now and try and gain something.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But I'm talking about people like co-stars that have worked with like Louis C.K. and like Kevin Spacey. Like, why aren't you guys coming out and saying anything? And it's just like, why do they have to? They didn't do it. Do you think this guy came in and told them what he was doing on the weekends? Like, hey, on the weekends I go do this. Like, yeah, the rumors were out there and people heard about him. But if like, hey man, like we're friends. Like, hey man, like I'm hearing this shit. Like, is it true?
Yeah,
and we're friends and we've been working together and I trust you. And you tell me no, they're not true. What am I supposed to do at that point? Like, I'm talking as like these other actresses, that they're like going after. Like, what are they supposed to say? These are the people they work with and they think they trust, and they're telling them like these are fake. Like, why is it their responsibility now to have to speak out on somebody else's actions?
Yeah,
it's just it's dumb to me, and it just hurts, man. Like, it just sucks. Like, all these people like I've looked up to who are just fucking terrible people. Like, I like Louis C.K., but man, like if we want, I can pull up a list of like a bunch of the major names recently. Like, I pulled this up, and this is updated about like yesterday, I guess, but it's obviously not a full list. Yeah,
Harvey Weinstein, accused of sexual harassment and rape. Andy Signor, who's, if you watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, a ton of shit that I watch on YouTube is made by or produced by him. Like, he started it, he created it.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck, Oliver Stone, Roy Price, fuck you, Ed, get out of the way. Jesus, this is such a long list.
And you can't
Kevin Spacey, who we'll talk about later, he's getting replaced on all of his shows and movies.
Yeah.
Andy Dick,
Andy Dick, though,
fucking Andy
I mean, he's a
Dick,
bona
yeah.
fide dick squeezer. That's just what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's touched women's tits on air,
Yeah.
He's
like out of without
see, but that's the thing.
consent or
This is where I step in and have the unpopular opinion because I think for some of these people, I mean, I think that that's just their behavior, and I don't think not that it's acceptable.
Yeah.
But let's just say you're hanging out with Andy Dick. You're on you hire Andy Dick. Andy Dick has a reputation of squeezing dicks.
Yeah.
It's not a secret.
Okay.
That that's Andy Dick. He's like I get drunk, I try and squeeze a dick, some guy punches me, and then I go, oh sorry, I guess he didn't want me to squeeze his dick.
Yeah.
And then it's like, he falls off the wagon and he gets a fucking little weird and whatever. You hire him on the set, you can't fire him for being the way he is.
But you can though.
I mean, I guess, but
I mean, just because it's like
well, then why would you hire him in the first place?
you're friends?
Not really.
I mean, Judd Apatow's friends with him. That's why he hires him for.
Well, I know, but
Okay, but I
But like
see your
we're
point. No,
saying-
I see your point.
that's what I'm saying. Like
I see your point.
that's his behavior. That's you know that.
It's to
Then
simplify.
you can't fire him for being how he is.
We're not talking about that though. We're talking about people who are not in the hiring
Also, but
process.
that's what I'm saying.
Which,
He's-
like, let's say
that-
you're working on a show, and then your bosses hire Andy Dick, and then Andy Dick assaults you. You had no choice of whether Andy Dick was going to be around
Right.
you or not.
But my point is, it's no secret that he does shit like that, and that's just what he does, and it's not that it's accepted, not that it's acceptable. Now, I'm not saying that. I'm saying does he really deserve to be on this a blacklist or whatever just because he's a silly dumb guy who likes to squeeze somebody's dick to be as a joke, as a gag every now and then?
Yeah, I mean, I think he does when it comes to sexual assault and things like that. Like, you got to take it seriously. If you worked at your job right now and there was some dude that everybody knows just fucking weird
Squeeze
dude,
dicks?
he
Yeah,
came
I
up
know.
and grabbed
Well,
your dick.
obviously,
That's what I'm
yes,
saying.
but-
I mean, because we always look at the stars. We're not looking at the fucking grips. We're not looking at the best boys. We're not looking at the crew.
Yeah,
that have
Andy
to
Dick has
work
not
with
been
these
accused
people.
by anyone who's hired him. That's what I was saying. He's like, these are people that are way either below him or co-stars
yeah.
that had no
Yeah.
say in whether they could be even around
No,
him.
absolutely, and he's been doing shit like that for decades.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's no surprise.
Yeah.
And who's gonna try and that whatever.
Yeah. To go down the list more, like Brett Ratner.
Tried to
who-
grad my friend's dick at a fucking comedy
Oh, really?
store a few weeks ago.
I'll smack the fuck out of him. Andy Dick, you try to grab my dick, you're getting hit. It's not funny.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
Brett
that happens
Ratner-
to him a lot, and then he backs off.
Yeah.
It's-
Brett Ratner is accused of forced oral sex by many people, including Olivia Munn and Ellen Page, and we'll talk a little bit more about how that's affecting him later.
Forced
oral sex.
What does that mean?
It's mouth rape, but with your genitalia.
Yeah. Force someone to suck your dick.
Yeah. Dustin Hoffman.
Which is dangerous, by the way. Why would you force someone to suck your dick?
Yeah.
You're you would just bite it off. Sorry, side joke, but we'll continue.
Steven Seagal, Louis C.K.
Oh, Steven Seagal has the creepiest stories.
Oh, I
Fucking,
didn't.
yeah, have you seen those Katherine Heigl stories?
No.
Fuck, when she was 16 working on set with him on some fucking movie.
Uh-huh.
I think she was on Kimmel or something. She was telling the story a couple years ago. She was
Katherine Heigl?
Yeah, Katherine Heigl. And so she was talking to him, and it was on a lunch break or whatever. And he was just I've had girlfriends your age, and it's well, that's illegal. And he's well, they didn't seem to mind.
Yeah.
It's just you're a grown ass man trying to fuck a 16-year-old girl.
Yep.
That's why he moved to Russia.
It's probably why he moved to Russia.
Oh, is he in Russia?
Jesus.
Louis C.K. Now, you guys will probably know more than I do. I just heard about this today, but he was accused of sexual harassment and misconduct, including masturbating in front of women
Yeah.
by at least 5 women.
Yeah.
Can you guys elaborate on that at all? Because I don't know. I just
So
have a list.
those were the rumors we had heard. I remember I first saw this story on Gawker a couple years ago, and it was he will invite someone back up to his room, lock the door and jerk off in front of them. That was his thing.
Okay.
Which is just whoa, But years went by and nobody ever really said anything. Nothing really happened. So I'm the rumors that I
Yeah.
read on Gawker.
So
of
how
all
long ago did
places.
you read these?
I would say 3 years ago.
Yeah, about and so it's just I don't know.
And that totally I don't know. it goes to say like, yeah, all these people, like even some people did speak out a little bit earlier. That's how these rumors get started, but no one took them seriously.
Yeah.
Until now,
because he never like spoke publicly about it. Like he was always just quiet about
would
it.
never acknowledge them.
Yeah.
which is now you're kind of forced to.
Well, yeah. Now that enough people were coming out and like everything else has snowballed, he had to. And so reading that story, like in his apology, it was just, disheartening.
Yeah. That's the part I'm like, oh shit, like I would never expect that.
Yeah.
Like there's certain people, like you were talking about Andy Dick. You're like, okay, it's Andy Dick. I would expect that. It's not surprising, but like someone like Louis C.K., like I would never think of that.
Like
And that has never crossed my mind.
And in his apology, he's like, "Oh, I asked him if it was okay," but it's just like, dude, like, what is it? We're all grown men. Is it okay just to pull your dick out and start jerking off in front of somebody?
No, but when you're blinded by power, and you're it's easy. I think it's easy to be, kind of caught up in all your own shit.
I guess, yeah.
And it's it's easy to think that everything that you do is acceptable because you're being accepted so much.
Yeah, and nobody's really saying anything.
But also to another one, Andrew Kreisberg right now, just he's actually a producer on a lot of shows that I watch, and I know a lot of other people watch.
On
basically,
CW?
yeah, all the Arrowverse, all the CW, Arrow, Supergirl, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, all those shows. He is accused by 15 women and 4 men for sexual harassment, including inappropriate physical contact. And you just told me, and I found out, fucking George Takei, bro.
Yeah, George Takei.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah. Fucking 1981, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember I texted Ryan about that because I was just mad about like the Louis C.K. thing that came out. I was just thinking about that and Cosby and all these other people, and then fucking George Takei was trending. I was like, oh, please tell me he didn't die. Then I opened it up and I was like, oh, god damn it. Like,
that's
fucking
another
him
one,
too?
like, I had I would not expect that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Like, just fucking taking some pass off dudes, like, pants off and groping him. Like, come on, man. Like,
oh, and I don't know why that list, I don't know if I missed it, but I'm pretty damn sure Charlie Sheen was on there, too.
oh, fuck Charlie Sheen, man.
Oh yeah,
Like, that guy needs to go away.
So Charlie Sheen, pretty much, somebody confirmed that he was the one who raped Corey Haim.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why he wasn't on that list.
Yeah,
Because I saw that, too. But then I think that's one of that's
and then-
worse than any day.
that's
Like,
what I
I
was
don't
gonna
even
say.
want, I would never want to be around Charlie Sheen.
that's what
Like, I legit don't ever.
no.
In any capacity that I were working. You know what I mean? Like if I see him on the street, I might take a picture of him because it's like Charlie Sheen. But if I'm like, oh, we're going to do this movie or this episode and Charlie Sheen's going to be there, work with him for like 2 days, 3 weeks, whatever. Like,
I worked with his uncle. His uncle's cool as shit.
well, yeah, he comes from a family of really respected actors.
Yeah, but Charlie Sheen
Including
is just
Emilio.
a piece of shit.
Emilio!
what happens when we find out that Emilio just touched all the fucking money?
We find out like Emilio's.
I don't say this very often, but fucking childhood ruined. If that were to happen,
all the
that
Mighty
would be
Ducks.
the worst.
Keenan Thompson comes out tomorrow.
Yeah,
on
the
fucking
knuckle puck
SNL.
will have a.
He's all the knuckle puck. He knuckle pucked my butt.
Yeah, I was saying Knucklepuck's gonna have a completely different meaning.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh God.
We're not saying that happened, guys. Just so you know, but that would be the worst. No, actually, that would be the worst. The worst is if someone who like you grew up with as like
It's Coach Bombay.
yeah,
You're
like these are like who you idolize as adult figures when you're a kid and watching kid movies or shows or whatever. Like it's like, and these are all hypothetical. Don't say any. Don't think any of these are even announced. But like, what if like you heard John Stamos or Bob Saget like touch the Olsen twins or something?
But that's the thing with me. Like that's the thing with me. Like Bill Cosby was like huge. Like Bill Cosby's like the first stand up I've ever seen, and what got me into
I was
like
pretty bummed out by
like,
Cosby too.
Comedy, and then it's just like Cosby is this fucking monster, and it's like this sucks. And then same with Louis C.K. Like I really looked up to Louis C.K. and was a huge fan of his, and then this happened. It's just like fuck, man. Like this is like fuck your heroes, man. They don't mean shit. Like people suck. Like
I legit have a rule for the most part about don't meeting my heroes.
Yeah.
That's why every con that I've been to, I'll usually be like, oh, I follow them, or oh, I like them, I like what they do, and I'll be with a friend, or like I remember last time I was with Ricky, I forget where you were, but like, oh, you want to go talk to him? Like, no, I really don't. Like, I don't want to go.
Except for when you're drunk and you crawl over a whole table.
Yes,
of people to
that's
get to
that's different. But that's Elijah Wood.
No,
you
but
guys,
I wouldn't want to meet any celeb. Number one, I'm not paying $60 for you to sign a picture, at a Comic-Con. Like, fuck you. Like,
The only time I want to meet these people is if I'm going to work with them or I can learn something from them.
yeah, like I was looking at LA Comic-Con. I was like, oh, Stan Lee has like, his thing. And I'm like, how much is that? Because I would pay to, get a picture with Stan Lee.
And that's the thing. Like,
it was like $120. I'm like, fuck you, Stan.
I talked to Ricky about that. Like, he paid.
Oh, he did?
I was in line and I met Stan Lee. And I'm like, this is why I don't do it, because you get, his signature. You can talk. You can basically at him. And he'll look up and so he'll say thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. End of experience.
Then they go,
and I'm like, I understand. Like, maybe you want that. Maybe you want to say. He was like, I just want to say thank you. I'm like, that's cool. You do you. But for me personally, it's not worth it. I don't want to do that.
I spent $50 to meet Kirk Hammett and got a doll out of it.
Yeah, that's a little bit different.
I had a Comic-Con exclusive.
Yeah. Like
a doll.
Also,
I got a doll. He signed it. He said, "What's up?" Shook my hand, and then that was it. But I could take a photo. That was one of the things too. No, well, I caught one. It was like half my face and like him going, "Yeah," because security was pushing me out of the fucking.
Gotcha.
They were pushing me, and I was like, "No, wait."
I will say this: I like meeting people when they're very mildly famous, because they'll usually stop and talk to you about certain things.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I was at a networking party, actually, basically, the other day, and I met someone who I follow on the internet, on YouTube.
Who's that?
Her name's Clark Wolf, and she's a movie pundit. She is...
She's on Collider?
She's on Collider.
Okay.
And I actually got to talk to her, but she was very interesting, and she actually talked to me as if we were just like, because we are both just two people.
Did you invite her back to your office?
I did not.
And masturbate in front of her?
I did not do that. No, I met Clark Wolf at a party, and we just talked. And we're talking about horror films and like why, like stuff like the event itself. And then at the end, I was like, it was really nice meeting you, and that was it.
And then you're like, do you mind if I masturbate in front of you?
I did not say that. No, didn't do that.
Is it cool if I pull my dick out?
You guys, hey, before we move on, do you mind if I jerk off right now?
I love that. These are what regular stories turn into. Hey, so I had a very cool thing happen. Oh, cool. Did you pull out your dick?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's cool. You usually got to talk to him. Like, I met Hannibal Buress at a music festival. And
we met him at a bar.
We met him at a bar at a Comic-Con last year. Oh, before you walked up.
Oh, yeah.
When you met up with us. That's right.
Did he? Yeah, because he was really cool. He stopped and talked to me, but I was too fucked up to hold a rational conversation, because I was looking for my buddy, and I'm looking around, and I turned. I'm like, oh, shit, Hannibal Buress. And he, like, walked behind me, and then he just came right here, and he's like, oh, what's up, man? It's just like, oh shit, like, hey, like, how you doing?
It's because you're black, though.
Yeah, and he's like, oh yeah.
He didn't want to have anything to do with me.
It's very true. Like, like we were legit. He's like, oh shit, they recognize me.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like,
and then he went and sat in a corner, like, ate some fucking nachos, and like didn't want to talk to us.
Really?
Yeah.
No, with me, like, he stopped, and it was just like, yo, what's up? I was like, oh fuck, man, like, yeah, I'm a big fan. Like, I like everything you do. He's like, yeah, cool, man. Like, you having a good time? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. He's like, all right, man. Like, I'm gonna take off over here with my people. I'm like, all right, cool. And he walked away. I was with that one. I was with Melissa, and she was drunk as shit. And she was standing right next to me, and she knows who he is.
Yeah.
And so I'm having quick like minute conversation with him. She had no idea. She thought I was just talking to some other black dude.
Like, oh, you guys know each other, right?
Okay. So like when he walked away, like, and I turned back, she's like, who are you talking to? I'm like, it was fucking Hannibal Buress.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. Before I forget this, we were gonna go back. We were talking about Charlie Sheen and the whole Corey Haim thing.
Yeah.
How about Corey Feldman? That's what I was going to bring in. Was his whole call to arms on Facebook? And you guys did see this shit?
I haven't know.
And he's like, there's a whole. He's like, there's a whole. Fucking pedophilia ring going on.
I totally thought you were gonna go into an actual impression. I was like, do it.
That's kind of what I was trying, but I fucked up. And he told this whole thing about how like there's like a whole pedophile ring in Hollywood. He's gonna blow the lid off of it, and he's gonna expose all these people. Okay. He's saying all this shit, and I was like, yeah, do it, dude.
$10 million.
And then he goes, if you could donate anything you got, I'm gonna make a documentary film about blah 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 blah, and I was just like, no.
That's why I was like, fuck you, like fuck you, seriously, like fuck you.
Stop it. What
like,
are you doing?
Number one, your career is over. You're not making any fucking movies. You're playing in your little shitty band. Like, if this is real and this is an actual thing you actually care about, just put the fucking names out.
Put it out.
What do you need $10 million to do a fucking documentary for? Like, just put the goddamn names out.
So he posted this video and it went like viral, and everybody and like. I didn't see the things that I saw like were no negative fucking things about it. And I'm like, why isn't anybody talking shit about how exploitive this is? Like, it's so fucking crazy.
Have you guys seen or watched
Doesn't cost $10 million to do a fucking documentary.
any of Mindhunter on Netflix?
No.
No,
No, but I really want to
watch.
watch it. You know, same fucking thing that happens all the time. Vicky hates anything I want to watch that's new, so I haven't been able to watch it because I have to watch it when she's not home.
You make serious relationships sound so awesome. I'm like, being single actually really sounds really cool now. Just for me now. Sorry. Dude, okay, so Mindhunter is this story, or it's a series on Netflix. And, okay, I was going to tell Steve because he's the only one that doesn't know what it is.
Oh, my bad. I got
Okay, never mind. I have watched Mindhunter.
I know, it looks really cool.
It is really cool. It is essentially breaking down serial killers before there was even the term serial killer.
Right, he coins the phrase.
Yeah, in the very first episode, he's like he starts like the I guess you could say the first term. I think he said like the sequential killer or something. That was before serial killer. He goes and he interviews them, and it's just so crazy because I'm watching these and it's such great acting that I'm like, fuck. They're breaking down not just like the gory details, which are like, I guess you could say like the torture porn type things, but what happens in people's brains that has them think about these certain things. And it's literally, it makes it seem like there's such a fine line between just like being a serial killer and having regular fucked up thoughts.
Right.
Like it's so crazy when I'm watching this. It's pretty heavy, to be honest. Like I can't binge watch it because it's too intense for me because there's so many shades of gray and all this stuff. It's so crazy.
Yeah, there's 50. I heard.
At least. I can't have a serious conversation. You guys. Thanks, Ryan. It's good having you on the podcast.
Yeah.
Bye. He went to go piss now. I was telling Ryan that the Mindhunter. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about this.
It is for the podcast or the people listening. They're like, "What the fuck?" Like, I'm literally going to repeat myself right now. Yeah. It's about an FBI agent who he coined the term serial killer because he was the first one to actually he investigated these people and he went and met them.
Yeah.
He went to go interview them because.
Wait, so is this like a scripted show or is it just like?
No, it's scripted.
Okay.
It's completely scripted. It's based off a book, but the book written by the guy who did it.
Okay.
So it's like, whatever, you can you can decide what you think is
so kind of
real
true crime,
and not real. Yeah, kind of
yeah.
true crime-ish. But the thing is, it's all about getting inside the actual brain of these serial killers and what makes them serial killers as opposed to just people with fucked up thoughts. And the thing is that it makes it so hard to see what is. It doesn't make things black and white like a lot of things make. It's like, oh, this is the bad guy. This is the good guy.
Yeah.
It's literally like if your circumstances were slightly different, you might be here.
Yeah, you might be in this position.
Yeah, exactly. And I was telling him, I was like, this is so intense that I can't watch more than 2 or 3 episodes at a time without being like, okay,
Yeah,
I need a break.
It's crazy. Like I was into serial killers for a while, and a lot of them are just fucking normal people. Like John Wayne Gacy was a clown at for kids' birthday parties. The BTK killer, who got caught when I was going to school in Kansas. He was at church. He was like an usher or whatever at his church. Like, people have known him for years, and it's just so like interesting to me. Like, not like what went wrong, but like what. There's something.
What's the slight difference?
Yeah, that just causes
in what you
just
think
to
and
be
what I
like,
think.
Oh,
And
I'm just gonna start murdering people.
I think it's literally one choice.
No.
It's your one choice of what you could, and it brings into perspective things that we've taken for granted as just comically villainous. Like, I think one thing that popped into my head was the Joker.
Yeah.
Batman villain Joker, especially in The Killing Joke. He's like, you are
yeah.
one bad day away from being me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, that's incredibly true, I think, for a lot of people. One of the main things that I'll be honest, I watch this, I'm like, when I start seeing, not like it's entirely me, but when I start seeing certain characteristics, I'm like, I've thought that. Or this, or that, or this. And I'm like, I can't keep watching this.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do this anymore. it's difficult, and it's but that's what I'm saying. You are one bad day away from possibly being a serial killer, or at least a one-time psychopath, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And that's what it is in Mindhunter. Is it really breaks down the thought process.
Yeah.
Granted, there are the main characters, or the main, I guess you could say, the killers. They do demonstrate why they are so different. So even though they have the same thoughts, it's like a fetish for them, or or it's like, I have to do this. It's a compulsion. But the thoughts that they have are thoughts that you've had, guaranteed.
Okay.
And that's why it's like so heavy for a lot of people, including myself. Hi, Ryan.
Did you see that one episode where that guy's like, "Hey,
I've only been 5 or 6 episodes in."
But that guy's like, he's like, "You mind if I jerk off in front of you?" Well,
oh yeah, no. Okay, so it's not much of a spoiler. You don't know who it is, but yeah, they do good. And he's just like, boom.
Like, how do you get to that point of just fuck it, go for it, see what happens?
Yeah,
you know.
He's like, "Yeah, I'll do your interview, but you mind if I jerk off first?"
Yeah, I'll do the interview, but I gotta have my dick out. Is that all right? We're just gonna do a medium tight shot, right? So you won't see it.
Yeah.
I just like to have my dick out. If that's cool. All right.
Some crazy shit.
Like in Sons of Anarchy, there's the. Have you guys seen Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah.
I have no intention of it, but I haven't seen a single episode.
There's the character that they get from out of jail, and he's just like, his tick is to jerk off when he's nervous.
Oh yeah, the one that fucked up. They cut off his hand. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he always grabs his dick like when he's nervous and just starts. And he's like, "I'm sorry, it's just like a nervous tick." He's like, "You put your hand out of your pants again, I'm gonna cut your fucking hand off."
It's really weird, you guys.
That's a good show. You should watch it.
Really weird. All right,
it's a good show. It's a great show.
Let's move on from all this vulgar, like, weird shit. I don't know if anyone's still listening after this part. They're probably all like, "The fuck is going on?" That's all of our listeners, by the way.
It's not like we were talking about interesting stuff. It's not like we were talking about like scat porn or anything.
Yeah, I know.
Like that.
I agree.
You guys want to talk about scat porn?
Fuck no.
Saw this video where this guy got this chick shat all in his mouth, like a whole shit.
Well, we've all seen like 2 girl 1 cup type of shit.
No, like her asshole.
Fuck serial killers. Where does that come from? We're talking about the mind of serial killers. Like what went wrong for them to start murdering people? What went wrong? Did you get off the shit?
I agree with you on that level. I'm like, I could get why you could kill a person because we all want to. I mean, well, we have that thought where like, fuck this person that cut me off, I will kill him. You never really figuratively, figuratively, but like you can understand. You just don't make the decision.
I don't want to know.
These people are like, fuck you. I want to shit in your mouth.
Hold up.
What? Wait, what? Go back. What?
I mean, I would never do it, but it would feel like
you want to know what that feels like.
Don't you want to know what that feels like to like take another person's life?
No.
Oh. Okay.
No. Fuck no. It's just haunting. This feels haunting.
I don't know. I'm kind of.
What did bring you to a screeching halt, Ryan?
I've literally said I would be interested in eating human flesh, but I don't think I can go
what
that far.
The fuck is going on?
See?
You want to kill somebody. You want to eat people.
I don't want to kill them.
No, I didn't say. I said you want to eat people.
Yeah, but that's culturally
and you want to just masturbate
appropriate in other cultures. I just want to
fucking
it.
be in a writer's room. That's all I want. No, but wait, what?
We all have some fucked up shit.
I think it'd be cool. Whatever.
Okay, let me actually tell you this quick story. So, I was watching something in anthropology class where there was a tribe that eats their dead as a way of celebrating them. Granted, it's not good for them. I understand that, but I was like, yeah, I'd be curious if there was some place I'd want to taste it. I wouldn't want to make that my own diet. Like, but I'm also the person that like I want to try a lot of different things, and it's also legal there. I'm not saying I want to kill someone.
All right. So
the funny part, though, and this is what I want to say. I said that to a group of friends. Were you in that? Because we went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy that night.
Yeah, we talked about it like the day after. Or
no, the day before or that day of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so what happened?
I don't know if you remember this line, but that was the first time the first Guardians of the Galaxy came out. And there was the running line
we
of...
We could have ate you, yeah.
We were going to eat you, but I stopped them.
Yeah.
And he was like, normal people don't want to eat other people. And then everyone looked at me. And I was like, what?
Yeah, it's just so weird, Garrett, because most people, when they say they want to try new things, they want to try the new Thai restaurant, like fucking down the street.
I want to try bugs, and I would try... If I were offered it in a legal format, or like totally hygienic...
Flesh tastes like.
I would try it.
I want to know what it looks like when
What it looks like? What?
When life just like leaves a person's eyes.
Okay, well that's.
You ever watch Faces of Death?
I honestly can't.
But I want to watch them die.
As somebody that's seen someone, I haven't killed
just
anyone,
kidding.
and I've never.
I don't know if I'm gonna come on this podcast again.
I have
Ryan's
seen
gonna
someone
kill me
die,
and
and I
then
don't want.
fucking
I
Garrett's
don't
gonna
want
eat me.
that. No, I don't want that. Like I am actually happy to say that that's the one line I don't want to cross.
No.
I saw a dude die in a motorcycle accident in Vegas.
I've seen them in person, and I've seen them in videos.
This shit got
people
dark.
die.
We were
Yeah,
making
this
fun of
is
scat porn.
might be the darkest episode we've
Hey,
ever
You never thought about
recorded.
choking somebody to death?
No.
Oh.
I'm afraid to get into street fights because I'm afraid I might kill somebody. Like, that's a
Agreed.
legit fear.
Same like
And I want to see what some. No, fuck no. Do you know what happened to me? Even if it was an accident. Fuck no.
that is exactly
I'm
why I
not
don't get in
saying I'm
fights.
going to act on it. I'm just saying the curiosity of it, like just the idea that if do you have that? I never thought I'd have enough strength to kill somebody with my bare hands, but if I could, that'd be kind of cool.
All right. No.
For once, I honestly don't feel like the craziest person.
You
in
didn't.
this podcast.
You didn't play sports a lot growing up, did
No,
you?
I didn't.
Okay, that might help. You know, we can just over. Because I've been in those positions, like in like
Christ.
wrestling and football, where you can overpower someone, and that's just enough.
Yeah.
Never to the point where like, wonder if I can fucking kill someone with my bare hands.
Yeah.
Like no, like I can,
That's why a lot of fights end in like, okay, you win, and like you stop.
yeah, like I could toss someone around.
Not you keep going until you kill someone.
Yeah. Shouldn't. Yeah.
Nope.
I don't even know what to say. Weird.
You guys have daydreamed about killing people.
I have
No.
not.
I have daydreamed about beating people up, but never killing them. Like I'll actually say that.
Yeah.
As much as I have a
I think
very
I got some
violent
issues,
mind.
guys.
Yeah.
I have a
just
violent
little
mind. Like I've never like I want your life to end.
Yeah, I think about that a lot, actually.
No. Let's just hope you don't act on that.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm not gonna act on that.
Star Wars.
Just keep drinking your beer.
Star Wars.
It'll be okay.
Maybe don't drink it. Don't drink too much.
But before we move on, do you guys mind if I jerk off in front of you, though?
Oh, if you want to.
Of course, yeah,
I think
no,
it'll be
no,
all right.
no, no.
You know, I can't.
You have
You're out
consent.
of my eye level.
Yeah,
If
you
not,
have
I'll kill you.
Fine.
All right. Yeah, this is the darkest episode. All right, moving on. My last story. You guys like Star Wars?
Of course.
I mean, if you like killing people.
How much do they jerk off in Star Wars? There's like no women there. There's no women in space. There's just like Leia. That was it.
Is it the women?
Yeah, but
You have Maz Kanata.
there's like a lot of like interspecies shit, though.
I'm just saying, like in the
There's
rebel bases, no women. It was Princess Leia.
No, there's actually a lot. If you look in the background,
There's a
there are
bunch.
women, but they unfortunately don't take a lot of like the center stage in the stories. Like, oh hey, there's that arbitrary knob turning woman over there. She has headphones on. There's a person. She's looking at a
How
map.
do you know?
So that was her job, just to turn a lot.
How do you know
pull
some
a
of,
lot
like-
knobs?
Yeah, how do you know some of like the background like aliens aren't fucking like they aren't female?
Like they're just like they're sex slaves in the back.
Yeah, what if they have like there's
Twi'leks,
like,
bro.
There's like a
a ton of Twi'leks.
there's like a character with like 5 pussies on its head, and that's just like
I mean, it's still kind of weird because it's just like, where are the women at? There's no women in Star Wars. I mean, now there is. Like, what were they doing in the Rebel base? Like, you get that many guys together at a time, and there's no girls around. There's going to be a lot of little homoerotic things going on. A little strange.
You have a lot more options though.
You don't have that many options.
No, I'm talking about because if you have different species,
I'm
you're
sure
like,
at that point-
well, fuck an Ewok or something like that.
don't you think they had like
But
fuck
that's
droids?
a teddy bear.
That's what I'm saying.
Or they had like fuck droids.
A fuck droid.
Oh, they do
sounds
have fuck droids. Actually,
terrible. I
that's
mean,
the thing.
Think about how annoying C3.
No,
how
actually,
annoying
no.
C3PO is.
Not-
you want to fuck something like that?
No,
No,
but
because
there'd be
that's not the
something-
fuck droid. We're talking about like think of
something
what we already
specifically
have.
for fucking.
Yeah, think of what we have now. Think of those complex shit. We brought in stories where there are legitimate
Oh, yeah,
like
they have the fuck
androids to
robots.
fuck.
Don't do
Think
that.
of how advanced they would be in a galaxy far, far away
know what's the
with
best-
with droids and AIs.
You know what the best thing I ever saw about like those sex robots they talk about is like, you know, like no, people can hack these things and they can like squeeze your dick off.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know, rip your dick off.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, I'm not fucking a robot. All right, that's my ridiculous rant of the day. What else are we talking about? Star Wars.
Wait, okay, hold on. Now, is it sexual assault if you jerk off in front of an AI robot?
No.
No, they don't have feelings. I mean, C-3PO, you can turn him off and do it, and so it's not like he remembers it and he'll
So
tell
like
anybody.
C-3PO, like what if you beat off in front of C-3PO?
You just turn him off. He has a switch in the back.
Yeah, but what if you don't turn him off? And you just say,
I think C-3PO being an android and smart enough, he would get out of the room. So that probably wouldn't work out for you. I don't think you can program C-3PO to just stay there.
That's the thing that like the
know.
Matrix literally
I think he would stay
tackles.
there.
It's like
C-3PO
we
is
don't
a little
have
fruity.
rights.
Well, you know what? C-3PO, he did sound a little gay, so he probably would stay there and watch. I don't think you would want him to help out. That would hurt and chafe, those metal hands. But, I mean, he seems nice. Nice enough to watch, I guess.
It's fucking weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, this is the first episode that I'm weird. Like, I can't contribute to this anymore, you guys. I'm not that weird anymore. I can't do it. Okay.
I
Ryan.
just like the fact that I can just go off and be weird and just be dumb and talk about dumb stuff as a joke, but you guys are literally talking about killing someone and eating people.
This is different.
I was trying to be funny. You guys are being serious.
whatever. You've never thought about killing somebody.
You've never thought about eating somebody?
Yeah. Well, after I kill him.
Okay, well, I never thought
No,
about
I'm
killing.
just kidding. Not after.
I think
kill
about
him.
eating a lote.
I'm just
I
kidding.
don't think about eating people.
No, I mean, like if you have to survive, and you yeah, I've thought about like, yeah, you gotta start at the butt. You eat butts first.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
You're supposed to start at the butt.
What?
That's
Most
the
meat.
meatiest. That's the meatiest part of the
Some
human
rump roast.
body.
Okay, well, I've never looked that far into it, I guess.
did you ever see the movie Alive?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they start eating people
They
at the butt.
eat the butt.
I've seen.
It was a true story,
The Green
too.
Inferno.
That
They don't
movie
start at
was-
the butt.
No, they just eat everything.
No, but Alive was a true story about this rugby team that like crashed in like the fucking mountains and
Yeah,
they had
and
to
they had
survive
to,
by
they,
eating
they
people.
ate each other.
They got glass and they cut pieces out of their butt and ate it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good movie.
Then you get like Hannibal and stuff like that. You know what's funny? I saw a YouTube video cooking channel that did an episode that was essentially about Hannibal eating somebody else's leg. They changed it from leg to like pork whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like, this is the recipe that Hannibal used to cook this guy's leg. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. No, eating people.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, can we move on, please?
Okay.
All right, we're ending this now. Last story for me. Ryan Johnson, who is the director of Star Wars Episode 8, will create a whole new Star Wars trilogy. Yay!
I mean, yes, yay. But it's just like, what are they going to do? Number one, I mean, we said this off air that I think it shows a lot of promise for The Last Jedi that Disney is giving them like
They have a lot of confidence in director Ryan Johnson.
But at the same time, something I didn't bring up is I don't know what her name is who's running Lucasfilm right now.
I literally had it in my head until you said it, and then it had a brain fart.
But what my worry is, just like with the Han Solo movie, and this is what worries me, and all the other directors that
Kathleen
have come
Kennedy.
in, Kathleen Kennedy, and all these other directors that have come in and left.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like we're gonna hire you, and you're gonna do everything we tell you to do. This is gonna be our movie. Your name's just gonna be on it as directing it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, all right, that's what I said. It's two things. Like, The Last Jedi could be that good and be like screening that well that they have that much faith in him, or he's just a complete like, yes,
puppet.
Yes, ma'am, I'll do whatever you say. Which is nothing wrong with that. You get a paycheck, and that's your job, and you're doing movies, and so that's you. But yeah, but it's just like. That's what worries me because, like, what was it? Chris Miller and what Lord Miller, who were on the Han Solo movie, got fired. 6 months in the production, and then they brought Ron Howard in to refilm the whole thing because they were kind of doing it more their way.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like a hey, yeah, this could be cool, but then it could be just like, hey, this is just because he's the yes man, and they're just trying to pump out and make as much money as they can off of this property.
The thing I agree with you in those concerns.
Yeah.
But the thing I have to say about this is reports are saying that Chris Lord and Miller, they took it in a direction that they didn't previously agree upon, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Before you're hired for a
6
job,
months?
Exactly.
6 months in though.
Before you get hired for a job, you'd say, "This is what I'm gonna do."
Yeah.
This is what, and then you have that discussion, and then you're like, "Okay, if that's what you're gonna do, you're hired." There's no way they laid out the plan of what they did,
but
and then they got hired.
There's no way in fuck Disney and Kathleen Kennedy went 6 months and did not watch one daily. And then they just watched everything like, oh, what are you guys doing? You're fired. Like, they fucking knew. Like, there's no way you have this much money in a property like this where you're not on set and you're not getting daily. You're not getting the dailies. You're not getting, like, reports of what's going on. Like, that just doesn't happen. Like, 6 months in, and then all of a sudden, like, no, you're getting fired. We're reshooting the entire movie. Like, you knew what movie they were making throughout. Like, you knew. There's no way you didn't. And so that's where it's more just like, I don't know. Because if Last Jedi is just another rehash of Empire, I'll have no faith in this. You know?
Well, we won't know until then. But,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But at least they have faith in this director who has had a good resume. Like, I've seen it, and I'm like, okay, that's some serious shit. Like, it's good. But I will say, shit. Fucking, I hate brain farts. Rian Johnson, as a director, I believe he does good stuff. Yeah. Everything I've seen as far as promotion for The Last Jedi is something that I'm interested in.
Yeah, it looks cool, but it also reminds me a lot of Empire Strikes Back. You know?
Yeah, of course. But
that was my biggest thing against The Force Awakens. It was like, all right, it's a rehash of A New Hope. Like, are we just going to do a new trilogy that's basically the old trilogy with new characters? You know, like, take chances.
I don't know. The Last Jedi doesn't really look like Empire Strikes Back.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Okay.
If you look, you can find those similarities. But again, it's a fucking trailer, dude.
It is a trailer, but like,
I think maybe they want to promote it as that.
Luke training with
the
fucking that, and then you have the walkers, blah blah. The walkers, like that whole scene with the like.
First of all, they are advanced walkers, and they have different joints, so you can't trip them up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Really? I didn't notice that.
No, I saw that they had different joints, and I'm assuming because you can't, they don't want you to be able to do that again.
Yeah. And so it's just like let's get some.
There's only so much you can do to change it from that, and I will say that as far as a movie goes, yes, they had different. The Force Awakens had some similar beats. I still enjoyed it for what it was, and I still I was like, this is a new thing. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's using the wheel and advancing upon it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I don't want to say it was advancing upon it. And
well, I'm talking about like technologically.
Okay,
and
technology-wise, yeah, absolutely.
It's like you get the wooden wagon wheel, and then you're like, now I have this racing tire.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Yeah,
but it's flashier and probably works better in certain areas.
But The Force Awakens and New Hope, it's like the same wooden tire with just a different name on it.
this one has better treads.
But I'm like saying, like I still enjoyed it. I like the characters, like Rey. I still enjoyed it, but it was still just like that. And so
I got you, but I will say this, and I knocked something out. What the fuck did I knock out?
Probably
I don't know.
Headphones.
All right. Well, as long as we can talk,
let's wrap this up. I'm hungry.
Yeah. So let me just read a quote. Star Wars is the greatest modern mythology, and we feel very lucky to have contributed to it. Johnson said, "We can't wait to continue this new series. He wants to make something separate from the episodic Skywalker saga, which is good because if you haven't noticed, all Star Wars episodes have dealt with the Skywalker family.
And like Rogue One."
No, episodic ones.
Oh, yeah.
Not anthologies. Johnson will introduce new characters from a corner of the galaxy that Star Wars lore has never before explored, which is extremely vague, but it makes you interested. So what I've been saying I wanted is a Knights of the Old Republic movie.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
What I've heard whispers of is that they're saving that for a TV series, especially since Disney has now planned to do their own streaming service a la Amazon, Hulu, Netflix.
Yeah.
If he's doing something entirely different in an entirely different time or area that has almost nothing to do, like I don't care if you have a cameo from one random character, a Boba Fett shows up, or like something like if it's in that timeline.
Yeah.
I don't care. But if I like what Rebels is doing on Disney XD. Where none of these characters have you ever heard of, but they do actually affect the storyline.
Yeah, they fit in
exactly. And so this could be in a different area and a whole different things going on.
Hopefully,
if you even let's just shrink it up. It's like having a story that takes place entirely in New York.
Yeah,
and then having not spin-off, but something that takes place in the same area in London. or Europe.
Yeah.
Or I mean, or France. I mean, and it's like, yeah, it's the same world, but it's has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm hoping is going to be like that. Or Knights of the Old Republic, because I fucking love that game.
Knights of the
I love
Old-
everything lore-wise for the most part that I've seen and heard and read. Knights of the Old Republic, I kind of like better than the lore of the Star Wars movies.
Well, absolutely. Like Knights of the Old Republic would be cool. But I think yeah, they would have to get away from the Skywalker story. Not only that, but then they have to get away from this timeline of, you know, episode or A New Hope to now. I mean, because we're doing this trilogy now, get away from that timeline. Stay away from the original trilogy timeline.
Yeah.
Like, give us something else in the Star Wars universe that, you know, just something different.
Yeah. I will say this, though. If they make a Knights of the Old Republic movie, that could be the very first good to great video game movie. Because Knights of the Old Republic was a video game before it was anything else.
No.
True.
No.
Good callback.
Boom.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to wrap it up. Unless any of you guys have anything else to talk about Rian Johnson and the trilogy. Nope. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you want to catch or follow us on social media, you can find all of our shit at humpcast.com. Steve, where can they follow you?
Yo,
Steve.
Steve, you can follow me
Stevie.
on... you can follow me on...
Where can they
had a coworker that
where can
always-
they kill people and eat them with you?
They can not kill people. Where they can find me? They can find me at on Twitter at Steve X Rogers. And yeah, you can find me there. And that's it.
Cool.
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ryan P. Nemers. Go to teamryand.com and suck my pee-pee.
Don't do that unless you give him consent, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, just let me jerk off in front of you.
That's it. All right, and like I said, you can find mine on Humpcast, or you can follow me at Garrett_AM Lee and on Twitter and Instagram, and Mitch_Striker on Snapchat. Thank you guys. We love you. And that's going to be it for this episode. Bye.